Welcome to Let's Talk. My name is Emily Anderson, and today I have a special guest. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for letting me on your podcast. Hi, my name is Rws Podcast. I'll be talking about my personal experiences and the way I felt about language that I've expressed through my essay to my 10-year-old self. Having personal experiences for my life, not knowing a language that is continuously used around me, is very hard. Have you guys ever experienced anything like this? You go into a new job or new school, trying to make friends, or just conversing with your coworkers, or trying to communicate things to customers, and you just can't. You almost feel singled out, and you feel not of use, or dependent on those who do understand the language. I know in one way or another, we've all been there. Has anyone ever been identified only by the way you look? Personally, I would say I'd have to agree. I'm of African American descent, and I know many languages, so people are almost always thrown off when I speak. How does that make you feel? I feel very good, actually, about it, almost because I feel like I surprise them every time it happens. I know from personal experience, things like this happen on a daily. But because of the way I look, I'm obligated almost by everyone to know the language. Growing up in the household that I did, it never came to mind by my parents to ever teach me that language, despite everyone in my family knowing the language already. I would get a constant reminder of the fact that I should learn this language because it would be very beneficial to me in my job, the career I want to be in, because I will always be interacting with customers. So I would just daily get a reminder about this. Being told something but not having control over it becomes almost like a burden that you just can't change. It generally makes it hard for us to be reminded every day of something that we can't instantly change but can be worked on through practice. But learning a language when you're older becomes a lot more difficult than when you're younger. It's not a language that I always use on a daily, even though I would always come up with people that would speak that language. I would never personally use it. If you guys had the opportunity to learn a different language, would you? Of course. Who wouldn't learn a different language? It grants the ability to speak and understand way more, in my opinion. I've always thought about how knowing Spanish would have changed my schooling or family life. But overall, I still try to make every effort to jump through that barrier. I try on my personal time to find different ways of combating this, of eventually through practice learning that language. And it takes a lot out of someone when there's just constant of not feeling like you belong in certain places because of this. To end this podcast segment, I'd like to tell the audience to keep their heads up. The things you cannot do should never be your main focus or challenge because you have so much to look forward ahead. Thank you for sharing. I hope this educated and made some impact in someone's day. Thank you for listening to Let's Talk. See you in the next segment.